Okay, I'm just going to look at this notes that Tendeka said earlier. It is, if you could, I know it is, well, it is a simple formula, but I know it is, if when you know it, you will see it is not so difficult to do. But we will go through the whole process. Just to recap, is the NDVA equals this is near infrared minus red, and then divided by the near infrared plus red. And if you look at this other description, I also look on YouTube and I found the video, so I tried to link it to this appointment. So you can just search for other YouTube videos as well. But in this case, they say the band 4 minus the band 3 divided by band 4 plus band 3. So I will come back to this just now again. And when you open your QGIS, although I don't know if there's some of you that want to use ArcGIS, but I'm going to use QGIS for this. Okay, remember I copied the data to see student assignments, and I made it a favorite so that it is easy for me to connect again. So there's the data, and I just want to check again. It is band 4 and 3. So just let's do it for one year. Band 3 and band 4, nee. Band 4 and 3, 4 and 3. Okay, there's the two bands that we're going to use for this date. So the formula that you're going to use, or the thing that you're going to use is the raster calculator. And I think the easiest way to get to that raster calculator is here. You see at the bottom here, raster calculator. And then I use the second one here where there's that what do you call it, that gear there. So raster calculator. Let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Just we go, there's band 3 and band 4. If we go back to the formula, the first thing that must do is band 4 minus band 3. So okay, I double click on band 4, and then you see here's minus band 3. I just want to check. Band 4 minus band 3. And in the formula, you see the brackets there. So I'm going to put in the brackets here. And then the next one is divided. Band 4 plus band 3. Band 4.
Sorry, Dr. Poison.
Yeah.
May you please maximize the screen if possible?
Yeah, this can't you see this? I can't make it bigger than this.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, I just want to go back. There's divided band 4 plus band 3. So there's my formula for a BBI. You say there's no valid, so I just want to check where's my problem. Oh yeah, I see if I put in this. Yeah. There's my formula, my brackets, B4 minus B3 divided by B4 plus B3. So there's my formula. And then I can go down here, the reference layer, because here it wants to see what cell size and what they want to use. So I just open that and I choose any one. This can stay the same. If you imagine what is now happening, you have two layers on top of each other. So first, you're going to subtract one layer from another one, divide it, and that result you're going to divide by one layer plus the other one. So that is layers that are on top of each other. The output you save that. I'm just going to my C, and let's leave it under that one. And I'm going to save it as a TIFF file, the top one. So let's call it then Ndvi for, let's see, let's make it then 2010. Yeah, let's make it that, similar to 2020, something like that. Yeah, you can, but you just, I use that to make my, it's the same. So let's, yeah, something like that. So then I say save, and now hopefully when I run it, it will get the result. You see, here's 2 layers. I run this. You see, here's the layer there. And now I'm just going to switch this off so that we have only that one. And now you must, I'm not sure how you symbolize it, but here's the NDVI values varies from -1 to 1. Higher value of NDVI reflects higher near infrareds, which means dense greenery. So if the other one will then be, the opposite will be then a dry area. Okay, so double click on this to open the layer properties. There's another way how you can do that. Right click on the layer properties, and let's see how we, I think we use the single band one, and the colors. Let's see if there's a color that we can use. Maybe this one. And let's only use equal interval. We make it 5. I just want to see what happened now. So I think that will be a dam. The other thing that you can do is, you see this XYZ. Maybe I will show you later on, but I just want to add the Google map here, so that if you zoom, I think that will be then a lake or a dam. Yeah. So the minus is a very liquid or what, not dry. Let's see if this one is. So this is also a green area. So I don't know how much you interpret the value. Did the lecturer said how you must interpret the values?
I don't remember him mentioning it. I don't know. Other colleagues can say something.
Yeah, let me see if I do something. So that is minus sigma 1. I just want to see what comes out. -1, -5, 0.5, 1. The same. Okay, let's go just back to the assignment again. Okay, title your work. Well, it shows particular disaster. This one is then drought for 2010 and 2011, affecting your area, and map the vulnerable areas. This should be based on a realistic possibility of a disaster that can happen in South Africa. Submit a report of 5 to 10 pages. Okay, that is the spacing, the font, etc. on the project. You should include title of your work, brief instruction, relevant data and data sources. Okay, that you can do. The relevant data is, I think you can mention about that you have line side data. And then this one is the shapefile Maluti Apofung data. Remember last time we said that this will be the study area. I just want to see if there's other areas there as well. Let's just look at the data. Yeah, so that unfortunately that is outside. But I see what you also must do is clip. Okay, this is a new raster data or a new TIFF file, but you must clip it using this shape file. So again, I just want to see if I type in here at the bottom, clip, clip raster to extend, clip, use this one, clip raster by mask layer. Again, we're going to the input layer is the Ndvi. The mask layer is the Maluti shapefile. That is optional. So grade and output alpha, I think that can stay the same. I just want to see what happened if I click it here. So there's our clip file. We can save it just now. I just want to check it. So there's our study area. And now again, we can uh, symbolize it. I double click on it. Symbology, remember we did this single band one. So we can use the same one from 0.5 to the highest here is 0.7. So here's our area, but I'm not sure how to interpret. They say higher the value, the so we mask it, use the years separately. Okay, that you can do again. Check your YouTube videos. An NDVI value varies from -1 to 1. The higher the value of NDVI reflects higher near infrared, which means dense greenery. So if I think about that, dense greenery is where it is green. I don't know how do you then interpret it as drought. So maybe you can maybe do a little bit research of how you interpret NVDI value. So I can't explain that to you, but I can show you again how to calculate the NVDI. So this is one way. I'm just going to and as I always recommend, you must save it. You click here on the save button here on top, and I'm going to save it NDVI1. So this is my first try. So okay, I'm just going to do it again. Okay, remember this is our formula, and what we must look at is band 4 and band 3. So I'm going to open my QGIS, and as I've indicated last time when it opened, you will see here in the middle will be previous QGIS projects. So here's my previous QGIS projects, but I'm going to do it from the start. So I make a new project here top left, and then I'm going to look at the data again. There's my data weight copied. This time I'm first going to load my Maluti shapefile. I just drag it, and there's my study area. Okay, then I go to my Landsat imagery. Let's do it now, I think, for the second the second year, 2011 and 2020. The first one that we did was for the first year. And again, I think it is 3, band 4 and band 3. So we are going to double click on band 4, double click on band 3. So there's my two files that I must use for 2011. So I'm going to open my calculator. I just want to see if there's other way. Okay. Here at the bottom, to locate, I'm going to type in raster calculator. And I'm using the one with the gear there, the circle there. Double click on it. And there's my two layers. Again, first it is band 4 minus band 3. Double click on band 4 minus band 3. I'm just going to use my brackets as in the example. And then divide it by band 4 plus band 3. Band 4 plus band 3. Going to put in my brackets. But this is a wrong bracket, so that is why the expression is not valid. The expression is valid, so there's my formula. This one I'm going to use this one as my reference, just to indicate what is the extent, the cell size, and the projection that we're going to use. So, but that is fine. And then I'm going to, here at output extent is the same. Output is then I'm going to save it as a TIFF file. Maybe there's our first one. I'm going to now save this one for Ndvi 2011 most, I think. Yeah, let's make it like that. I don't know. Yeah, but this is for 2011. So when it's saved, it's going to save that is my Ndvi. So that's fine. It must open, so I run it. So there is my calculated Ndvi. I must clip it. Again, I type here in the bottom clip, and I use this one clip raster. See that one there at the bottom, clip raster with mask layer. I double click on that. There's already my NDVI bigger stuff. I'm going to use the Maluti shapefile as a mask. This is the same. This is the same. And this time I'm going to save my output. There's my clip mask. So I'm going to save it. Again, it's my TIFF file. Ndvi 2011. Just to make sure that I know which one is which one. So I'm going to add the mask there. So this is almost my final stuff of output. Save. Okay, everything run. So there's my masked one, the new one. So only this area. Okay, now you must build a symbology around it. So you double click on it. Use this single band. Okay, that one is fine. You see, I choose this one. Maybe you can look for another one that is more appropriate. I'm not sure. Maybe this one. Let's see how does that. I make it equal interval 5 classes or quantile 5 classes. Okay. And the other one looked better just now, so I'm going to change it to this one. Yeah, with the higher value is 0.7, the blue areas. The lower values is the minus, is the red areas. There you can see is the dam. But here you must then identify or do a little bit research. What does the NVDI values mean? What is where you can identify it is drought or not. So this one is for 2011. The other one was for 2010. So I just want to see, go back to the task. The title, projection coordinates. Okay. Detailed map of areas showing of the area, showing areas that are vulnerable. The possible area in which the chosen disaster may occur. Your recommendation for disaster risk reduction. So that one must think, that one you must create yourself. Possible area. That is why I said you must then look at this map and these values and see, maybe, I don't know, this area, because it is more red and a low value, there can be at this moment a drought. But you must first do your research on what does NDVI means, to make sure what area here, maybe that area, because it is a minus, I don't know. You must look for what does the minus means and what does the positive mean. And then you can identify a possible area for the disaster. Okay, the one that I'm going to show you is how do you create a map. This is almost a data that you are working with, but now you must create a map of it. And in QGIS, to do that, you go to project, new print layout, because when we do a print or a map, we call it a layout in QGIS and in ArcMap. So we're going to do a new print layout. So click on that. Let's call it NDVI. Okay, and then it will open this canvas. So at this stage it is blank, and now we must do our mapping with it. There's two ways you can add it from here, but to make sure that you add everything, you say add item, and you start there with add map. So the first thing that we're going to add is our map, the map that we have created. So you drag the area, you see this red area where you want your map. See, there's our map. It is the same as this one here, but here is our layout. The first thing that I normally do is if I click at another place, there's no border around it. So I click here on the map again to the right hand side on the item properties. I go down here to frame, and then you see if I click on another place, there is my frame. This is our map. Okay, let's go back to add item. We're not going to 3D. We're not going to do a picture. We can add a label, and that is now our title. You see it is red words there, but you type it in here to the right hand side again. Under item properties to the right hand side, NVDI 2011, for example. You see it is a little bit small, so again we must edit that. So I click on that here to the right hand side, font. The font at this stage is 10. Let's make it a little bit bigger. You see here it is bigger. Okay, that looks fine to me. Font. Okay, then I say it is center and in the middle. You see what it's doing? It's now in the middle. Here it is center to the right hand side, center and middle. Okay, there's my first thing is my label. Okay, then another important one is add a legend. So I click on legend here to the right hand side. I normally put it here. I drag my red area. There's our legend. But you see all the others, I don't want this. I only want that top part. So then again, we go here to the right hand side, item properties. We go down here to auto update. I switch that off, and now I can remove the items that I don't want. So that one, it must be there. So this one I can remove. You don't delete it, you just remove it from the legend. That one I also want to remove. That one I want remove, and I'm not going to use this, so I'm going to remove it as well. Again here, I'm going to put on my frame around it. But that does not look so nice, so let's go back to our main map, to our legend. I'm going to not change the name of the file, I'm just going to rename it here. You see, I only delete the mask here. I just want to check something here. Maybe I can play around with this. Okay, but let's leave it like this so that we can see the values. Okay, then I go back to I alt tab and go back to my layout, and she's a little bit better now with the dark, or with the blue that is +7, and the red part is minus 0.4. Okay, let's go to the next thing that we must add. Add item. The important is our scale bar. I normally put it here at the bottom. Again, my red square. There's 10 to 20 kilometers, but I want more letters here. So here again, here to the right hand side under item properties, I go here to write 2. You see, there's at this stage there's only two text there, so I change it to 5. So now it is 0 to 50 kilometers my scale. Okay, that is fine with me. Add item, north arrow is important, and I normally put it here. So there's my arrows, and here to the right there's other arrows that you can also choose. Maybe we want this one here. So there's our north arrow, very important. Okay, let's see if anything else is needed. North arrow shape, I then normally only use this. Other thing that I can maybe add again is the label, and here you can maybe write something about your name, or what I call it, created by on this date. What is the date? 21st of August, almost Christmas, and other information that you think you must type in here. What I then normally tell the students is the reasons why you put in your name. Sometimes the lecturer or me then only want the PDF of this file. Then I must know from which it is. So I normally you must put in your name and maybe a student number as well, so that we know the map was created by you. But I'm not a very artist type of guy, so I think this is a good map. But maybe you want to make it nicer, other colors or something like that, so you can play around with the symbology. Important for me when I mark a map, these elements must be on it. If one of these elements are not on it, I'm going to give you 0 for your map. You must have a title of your map. Okay, logically, you must have the map itself. You must have a legend. You must have the scale bar, and you must have the north arrow. And what other people also sometimes do is they use this uh, shape, or let's do it from here where we remember add a shape. I want to add a rectangular to put it around all the stuff here. Don't be alarmed because you know it is white. So I'm just going to change the item properties. Let's see, what is this one? This is a white. First time that I did do this, I just want to see how this scale here to make it a see-through. Here was I now. Rectangle, the position, the rotation. Under style, I make it to that. There's a few ways to do that. Stroke color, hopefully it's fine because it's the first time that but I know people also like to put this on. Why don't I see the boundary? Oh, this one here. Configure color. Okay, let me do it from the start. I'm going to delete this one here. Okay, I'm going to add my shape, rectangle. You see it is now white, but I'm going to change the style. Configure symbol. I just want it to be the full color. Must be transparent. And then you see people like this neat line or this boundary around the whole map as well. So this is your map. Remember to save regularly. This one will be my second one, or let's make it 2011. This is my 2011 map. Again, here's the map that I want to include in my report. So there's the way how you do that is I must convert this now to a JPEG. So here at the top, you see there's export to image, student data. So I'm going to do it here, Ndvi 2011, so that I know it is this one. So I'm going to export it. That is still fine, save. And yeah, there you see it is there. But you all know how to get that into Word. In Word, you go to Insert, Picture. It is on this device. It is under my C, student assignment, data. There's my map. Okay, here's my map, and then you must do the rest. Just want to go back. Here is most your title of your work, but that you must do yourself. A brief introduction. What data did we use? Projection in coordinates. You can say there it was not necessary to change it. Okay, here what we created now is a detailed map of the area. And then you must look at what does the different colors mean so that you can identify the possible area for the disaster. But this is how you then create a NDVI, and then how do you create a layout or a map of that. So if you know what to do, and I just want to add something else again, you think I know everything, but like you said yesterday, I had to go and do my research. So what I've done is I've go to YouTube, NDVI. Okay, I create it is a QGIS, NDVI. And here's a lot of how do you create it, remote sensing, calculate NDVI with QGIS, Sentinel. We use Landsat for this one, so I think yeah. Okay, so I use this one. Interesting for this one is that it also, I just want to see. what it do here is it describes a little bit. That is the one that I included in the invitation. Is this guy explain also what is NDVI, where near infrared minus red divided by in near infrared and stuff like that. So he described what it is. In this case, here's the different bands that you must use, but we already knows that. Here it also use that calculator. So that calculator that you use, the one with the gear, the same as that we done here. So here's the calculator. He did the same that I did. So I first this morning I checked what I must do, and I use YouTube to to do this. So he used that color ramp. So this is his NDVI that he created, and I did not watch. Yeah, so you can. What I try to mean is say is that please use YouTube. And other question maybe is how do I add images in raster or you just how to add or link photos. Okay, that is not what I want. Maybe then a raster. Adding vector and raster data in QGIS. Add raster legends. How to add raster layers in QGIS. So I know what, like I've said, what you have done also in the first assignment with me is plan your project. I must create the NDVI. What must I do? So I do my research. What is NDVI? What color bands, whatever, and then I watch YouTube videos to do that. And the next one that I want to search is QGIS create layout. Okay, the same thing that we have done now. Map layout JS tutorial using QGIS software. How to create a map layout. So here's the anything of everything that you need to do. So how do you create? You see this, it's the same window as the one that I've used. So please first decide what you must do, and I've touched on that. And look at this video and look at other YouTube videos uh, to do a NVDI, how to create maps, and how to use a raster calculator. And then you follow the steps. And remember, the only way how you use or can learn GIS is to struggle. Don't underestimate the value to struggle. That is how I learned my GIS over the past 20 years. I make the joke at that stage it was Google. Now it is YouTube. And if YouTube can't help you, then you phone a friend. But you must go through that steps to learn GIS. And the thing that is not always, that I'm not happy with always is you will do a course here and do a course there, do your assignment for your subject or for the course, and then for the next 6 months you will not use JS, and then you want to expect to know what to do, to learn and to be upfront with JS, to do it every day and to struggle every day with it. That is the only way how you will learn JS to its full extent, and it help you in your work as well. So Google, YouTube, and then phone a friend. But remember to plan your project before you start, and that is what I try to get to learn, teach you about that first assignment. So I just want to go back here. Are there any questions? And maybe what I must talk about again or something else? But that is how you calculate the NDVI and make a map of it. Report. Yeah, a lot of things what do you call it, to think about.
Yes, it is.
But maybe we can have a short session tomorrow morning. I don't know my diary, but maybe we can have a short session tomorrow morning as well. Not yeah, through the day for you to think about all the stuff that I've done and maybe do your research on NDVI. What does the values mean and how do I identify a disaster from that map and stuff like that. I only show you how to do the NDVI, but now you must read a little bit more on how do I use the values to identify the disaster, as you must this second last point here, a possible area in which the chosen disaster might occur. In our case, it is droughts or for the NDVI, or where do you want to use it? But you must first do some research on what does the values mean. Okay, questions?
No questions from my side, Doctor. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, maybe like I've said, if there's work on it today or tomorrow, and maybe then we can have a short session again, either somewhere in the week before you must finalize it or something like that. But maybe you must still, like I've said, you must struggle. It's the only way how you learn it. And if you struggle, then you search on Google or you search on YouTube, and then you continue. That is how I learn.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank
Okay.
you,
Dr.
Doctor.
Carson.
Okay. Have a good Sunday afternoon.
You
I
too,
think mine
Dr.
will be a
Carson.
little bit better than yours because I don't know if you want to continue with your work and I can now drink coffees with the kids.
You enjoy coffee
Thank
with
you,
the
Doctor,
kids.
and the colleagues.
Yeah. Then we talk maybe then early next week or early in the week.
Yes, that will be appreciated, Doctor.
Okay. But good luck for the rest of the day and then we talk next week or during the week.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye bye, everyone.